Hey Vermonters, if you are an active registered voter, you've probably gotten one of these almost a few weeks ago now. In the state of Vermont, we have automatic mail-out ballots for everyone who's an active voter on the voter rolls. And right now, as it stands just a couple weeks before Election Day, Vermont Republicans are returning their early ballots at one of the lowest rates. In other states across the country, especially swing states, places like Pennsylvania, even Nevada, Republicans are leading the charge in terms of returning their early ballots. And I want to talk to you for a minute about why it's important and why especially Republicans, but any voter in Vermont, should think about voting early. I know one of the things that is common with all the Republicans I know is they put their family and their work sometimes ahead of politics. That's what's driving your life. Most of your day is spent at work or with your family, and politics can be a concern that is left for the end of the day. And if that happens on Election Day, it could mean that your vote won't count. You won't get a chance to cast that ballot. Right? If you're if you own a business or you're a supervisor at work, and there's a problem at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, whenever you're getting ready to quit, and you're a responsible Republican, you want to stay, you want to fix the problem, you want to make sure that your customers or your coworkers aren't left with a big mess to clean up. If that means it's going to take 2 or 3 hours to fix that problem, and you wait till Election Day to vote, you could miss out. Or if or Republicans care about their family, right? And if something happens with your kid, you need to pick them up from school, take them to the hospital, or a doctor's appointment, or go to a game or something. You're going to do that. You're going to take care of your kids, take care of your family first. And it's possible you could let election night and your right to vote could fall by the wayside. The one way to make sure that that doesn't happen to you on Election Day is to vote early. Now, everyone received a ballot. If you didn't, make sure you can go to your town clerk and you can vote early. It's getting pretty late at this point to vote by mail. And for me, I just like being able to fill out my ballot completely, walk into my town clerk's office, and hand it to a person that I know and trust. So I would encourage every Republican in Vermont, every voter in Vermont, make sure that you fill out your ballot and go ahead and vote early to make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in that basket on Election Day. You don't know what's going to come about. You could get called into work. You could get sick. Heaven forbid, you could get into a car accident, or something could happen on Election Day that could prevent you from voting. We've had a number of races over the years that have been decided by 12, 7, even one single vote. 2 years ago, we lost a race up in Grand Isle County by 7 votes. And our candidate looked at the voter rolls and found 20 people that they knew supported them, and they didn't make it to the polls on Election Day. One way to make sure that doesn't happen is to vote early. Even people that had signs in their yard, people who could be related to you. Life happens. Don't leave it up to chance. Don't plan to have a perfect day on Election Day, because if something goes wrong, your vote could not get cast, and it won't count, and it could affect the outcome. So especially if you're a Republican, you know how you're voting. You know that you're tired of double-digit property tax increases. And the Democratic supermajority is promising to do nothing differently next year. And it's probably going to happen again. And the only way to demonstrate that you want property taxes that are under control, you want a legislature that's going to work with Governor Phil Scott instead of being an adversary to him, is to vote, and to vote Republican this election in 2024. So hopefully you'll do what I'm about to do right now. Fill out your ballot. Turn it in early to your town clerk. If you live in a small town, there's a good chance your town clerk isn't open every single day. So check the hours to make sure you can drive right to your local town clerk's office, hand it in, and be done. You don't have to worry about what might come up on Election Day. You can get this done. Take care of it now to make sure that we have a legislature for the next 2 years that it's going to help to make it affordable to live and to work here in Vermont.